So about 6 years, I've been using the GTX 1080 EVGA FTW, and it's gotten to a point where I'm starting to struggle playing newer games. One of those games being Sons of the Forest. Now, I get that it's still an early access game, it's still not completely optimized, but it's been like this with a lot of the recent new games. Most of the newer games, I needed to lower the settings all the way down to even low to medium settings, just so I can play it with decent frames. And that's when I decided to get an Asus RTX 4070 Ti. And right out of the box, the thing was massive. The thing looked like a tank, like it would last for years. And compared to my 1080, it's a little bigger. So I don't have to worry about it fitting in my computer case because it's already big enough. And another cool thing is, it uses a 16-pin connector, but don't worry, the adapter does come within the box. And it also comes with this cute little beam that helps it support the rest of the weight of the graphics card. And along with that, it also uses RGB lights within the logo. So to test out the performance of the 4070, first I ended up recording some footage with my 1080 playing Sons of the Forest. And I was getting an average of 40 to 50 frames per second, which is not bad. But again, I was using custom settings. Some of the settings I had to lower all the way to medium to even low. Another game to test out that's a bit more optimized, a bit more well known, is League of Legends. A game like that doesn't really need an upgrade to a 4070. A 1080 is more than enough, but just to give you an idea of how to compare these two, I decided to do a little test run. And here I'm getting an average around somewhere between 140 to 150, which is not bad at all for a game of League of Legends. Now back to the Sons of the Forest. With the 4070 Ti installed, I'm getting an average of around 70 to 80 frames per second, which is a couple frames a lot more than the 1080, but this is with most of the settings on ultra or high. And again, this game is still early access, so maybe once after it's full released, we might end up getting maybe around 20 to 50 frames more. And another thing to add is I am using an i7 8700K, so that might be another reason why I'm getting these frames, because I'm getting a little bit bottlenecked. But now moving over to League of Legends, where I'm getting over 300 frames per second, which is pretty insane. So I definitely made a great choice getting this card, getting twice the performance and twice the price range. I think getting this card is really worth it, especially since it also helps take off a lot of load off my CPU when editing these videos. I highly recommend this card for sure. So if you do decide to pick up one yourself, I left the link down in my description below to Amazon, the exact same one that I ended up getting. So now I can go back to Sons of the Forest and play without any frame drop. Right, Kelvin? Oh, what am I saying? You can't even hear me.